If you're offended by political arguments, that's a clue. Not about the person that you're arguing with. It's a clue about yourself. And it means that your beliefs are not just ideas, they're load bearing. When someone questions your politics, you don't hear a disagreement. You hear, "You don't understand the world. You didn't earn what you think you earned. You're suffering. Explanations might be wrong." And that feels like an attack because your worldview isn't just descriptive, it is protective of your self concept. Now, here's the first question that most people never ask. What do I believe is real? People walk around like chickens with their heads cut off, dog. Just being sheep. And guess what? I'm one of them. And you're one of them. And we're one of them. We are all of them. We are so dumb. It's ridiculous how we walk around thinking we know anything on this floating rock in a cloud of dust in a vacuum spinning at crazy incalculable speeds in a vacuum of nothing infinitely large and infinitely small, dog. And we really think that we know anything. Do you believe that individuals are real but systems are just abstracted? Do you believe that markets are natural forces like gravity? Do you think that history is just background noise and not an active cause and effect structure that's like constantly happening and overlaid over human nature, like slavery, the master slave dialectic? Either you identify with the master or you identify as the slave. It's not anything of like, oh, well, that was just the past and we do things differently now. Our brain is not changed. Our technology has evolved way, way beyond what our minds are capable of even comprehending. And most people just use it wrong. If these kinds of things are baked into your sense of reality, certain conclusions are always going to feel obvious, not because they're true, but because the alternatives just don't fit into your box. You got a small box, and somebody's trying to give you some information that just cannot fit inside of your box. And so you got to really check, like, how do I decide that something's true? Are you relying on your personal experience? Are you relying on your intuition? Are you relying on what's already worked for you or what feels reasonable to you? Because they work for navigating your day and uh, fixing tasks that your structure is capable of handling, but they fail at explaining large scale societies. Large systems don't feel intuitive. They feel unfair. They feel impersonal. They feel counterintuitive. That's not a flaw in analysis. That's scale. And this produces terrible politics because when your ontology is only focused on the individual and your epistemology is intuition first of how you should live your life, then why would you expect these people who are so focused on individual responsibility to understand the way that systems work as a collective? That makes absolutely no sense. Why would you have somebody running the system that believes in individual responsibility over collective responsibility to run the collective, to understand who deserves help, who deserves blame, who should be disciplined? These structural problems that are problems of the system that you can't even see get rebranded as moral failure. Not because people are cruel, because people inside their framework cannot see anything else. They can't see how big it is. And once you actually examine these assumptions, there's a fork. Either you accept that systems shape outcomes and society needs to be designed intentionally, or you retreat into personal responsibility, naturalized markets, and that's just how it is. The second path always leads to barbarism in a way that's clean, rational, defensible, and brutal. You don't need new opinions. You need a better map of reality and a more honest method of deciding what's true. Until then, your politics will feel right while producing outcomes that you secretly know are wrong. That tension is not confusing. That's your framework cracking.